If you've ever explored the laws of attraction, tried to raise your vibration, or attempted manifestation, you know the thrill of discovering just how powerful your mind could be. Back in 2019, I was right there with you. I had just finished reading the 12 Universal Laws, and I felt like I had unlocked the secrets of the universe, but something wasn't quite clicking. In this video, I'm going to be sharing more about that turning point to actually living those 12 universal laws, not just reading about them. Today, when I see people all over social media sharing quotes and platitudes, I think, oh, wow, that's nice, but it's not enough. Passive learning is only half the battle. Application and action, that's where the rubber hits the road. And that's also where things get hard. And that's when most people quit because we don't like to do hard things. They throw up their arms and they say, this doesn't work. And either they'll blame the world, they'll blame the books, or worse, they'll blame themselves. And that's why I love to coach people who are ready to stop reading and start living these laws. And yes, that looks different for everyone, but it often involves four main things that I'll talk about. One, it's that we have to acknowledge and release your old stories rooted in fear and shame. And we all have them. We all have different stories, but they're rooted in fear and shame. But that's hard because it means releasing and letting go of part of your identity. And your ego does not want you to let go. It means killing your ego, parts of it anyway. And so it will fight with you tooth and nail on that. The second thing is aligning your beliefs and your emotions with what you want, not just focusing on the surface level outcomes and visualizing the end result or saying the words or the affirmations. They don't matter, my friends. Your words and affirmations don't matter if there's no emotion in them. You can't trick the universe. You can't say it out of one side of your mouth, but fully doubt it and fear it in your soul. It doesn't work that way. The third thing is building confidence and taking aligned action. Action requires us to face our biggest fears. It takes courage. It's where all your fears and your doubts will show up. And that is why most people scroll on Instagram and post quotes on their story. But that's not action. Listening to a podcast or watching this video is not action. Action is doing the thing. It's going out there and starting the business and talking to the person and really putting yourself out there in ways that feel scary and risky. And that's why people don't do it. They don't do it because it takes courage. And that's when all of your fears and your doubts show up. There's a hard work that gets involved when you take action. And that's the slog that no one really talks about. That's the hard part that doesn't really get romanticized very much. And the last thing is cultivating higher frequency states like courage, gratitude, and peace, not just surface level toxic positivity, not bypassing your real pain or trauma, but facing it fully and courageously. Yes, the law of attraction is powerful, and so is the concept of manifestation. But what most people don't talk about is this: you don't manifest from your thoughts alone. Your thoughts create your emotional state, and those emotional states fuel your action or inaction. And your actions have consequences that create results in your life. And that's what we call manifestation. So, what you're manifesting is determined by your emotional frequency, not by your thoughts alone. You can't trick the universe. And that's one thing I love about the 12 universal laws. They will reveal for you your own energetic or emotional blind spots, even if you don't want to see them or see them at all. And that's where the frequencies of emotions really change everything for me. I see so many people thinking their way into manifestation. I did it myself for a very long time, but you have to feel it. You have to feel the emotions behind it because it's the feeling that sparks the action that creates the result. We can't trick our minds into thinking things we don't believe. That only goes so far, but we need to truly believe that we are worthy of that relationship, that we are capable of building a business, and that we deserve to be happy and fulfilled. Most of us don't truly believe these things. We are riddled with self-doubt, fear, shame, insecurity. So this is not easy work to do, and that's why most people don't do it. But the universal laws gives us a framework. We just need to apply it. If you're someone who's read the books, done the spiritual homework, but still feels stuck, coaching might be the thing that bridges the gap for you. In coaching, we learn exactly how thoughts create reality. I just told you if you were paying attention. We also learn how to feel our feelings instead of just think them, because toxic positivity does not work. The law of correspondence says, as above, so below. So we need to work on what's going on below the surface to influence what's going on above it. Coaching helps you understand that trauma is real and cannot be bypassed. We learn about emotional regulation. We learn how to identify and relate to our emotions, all of them, even the ones we don't want to face, like shame and grief and doubt and fear. We learn what our emotions are trying to tell us. And we also learn when to listen to them and when to feel the fear and do it anyway. And finally, coaching is about action. There's the law of cause and effect that tells us that every action has a consequence. And also there's the law of aligned action, not hassle action, aligned action. But action requires confidence, and coaching helps you create that confidence from within, not that fake kind. It also helps with the tangible stuff like overcoming the day-to-day blocks like procrastination, chasing dopamine, and getting lost in overwhelm and confusion. If you're a student of the universal laws or have been for a while, I hope you do check out my blog series where I have practical examples for each one. And if you're interested in building the bridge between learning about the universal laws and actually living them, coaching might be a good fit for you. I invite you to book a discovery session with me. It's free, and we can talk a little bit about what that would look like for you. All of the links are in the description. You can get access to my calendar, and we can go from there. Thank you so much. Be well.